Good evening, Carl. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Thank you for talking to us today. Now, to you, what is Christmas all about?
Being happy. It's just being happy, everyone being in a good mood, and it's just no one being in a bad mood, really. It's just everyone knows what they want.
And you're happy, you're in good mood?
Yeah, I'm always in a good mood, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, Carl, if a Christian came to you, I believe you don't have a Christian background?
I'm not a Christian, no.
If a Christian came to you and used those words, God has got a wonderful plan for your life, what would that mean to you? What would you think he's saying?
I'd appreciate it, but I'm not a Christian. I'd appreciate it. Everyone's got their own values, everyone's got their own sayings, but...
What do you think he means by saying that? The person who could be saying this to you, what could their intentions be? What do you think he means to be saying?
It's just to be happy, to be a more pleasant person, to be a better person.
So if he says God has got a wonderful plan for your life, you think he's...
To be a better person, yeah.
Okay, so what do you think Christmas is about? Do you think it has anything to do with Jesus?
Today's era, no. Like in today's actual economy, it's just giving presents, receiving presents, getting drunk. That's it. That's all.
So do you think Christmas, having Christ in its name, has nothing to do with Jesus anymore, or?
No, not at all. It's the only reason Christmas is around is because it's Santa. That's all anyone cares about, Santa. That's all kids care about nowadays, Santa.
In that case, what do you think is the Christian message? What do you think Jesus came to do, for example?
I know what Jesus came to do, it was declare everyone's sins. But nowadays, no one knows. It's no children know. All the kids know now is Christmas, Santa, presents and gifts.
So do you think the mission that Jesus came into this world was in order to declare the sin of people? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Basically, Jesus came here, he wants everyone to be happy rather than have conflicts in the world.
And to make everybody happy, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, and would he have come to make people better people?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Okay, would you say you're a good person, Carl?
I won't say I'm good. I try to be good, but who can define good?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
On what standard, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've got something that's called the Good Person Test, and with your permission, I'd like to...
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
That's great. I'd like to ask you some questions to see whether you're a good person using a specific standard, using the Ten Commandments. Are you familiar with the Ten Commandments?
Yeah. As for the most, they are, yeah.
So, can you name any of the Ten Commandments?
Thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not commit bigotry. That's about as far as I can go, to be honest.
Okay, so we're going to do 4 of the 10 Commandments and see how well you do.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
All right. How many lies have you told in your whole life? That's commandment number 9.
I cannot count them.
It's a few.
Yeah, a few, yeah.
If somebody came to you, Carl, and told you a lie, what would you call that person? You would say you are a dishonest person. If somebody lies, they'll be dishonest.
Yeah.
But there's a specific word, starts with L.
Liar.
Right. Would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely.
How about this one, commandment number 8? That tells you not to steal. Have you ever taken something that's not yours? It doesn't matter how long ago, and it doesn't matter of its value. You know, whether it's big or small is irrelevant. Would you say you're guilty of doing that at least once in your life?
Yeah.
And what do you call a person who takes something that's not theirs?
A thief.
Okay, we're doing very well. Well, I mean, we're failing the test so far,
yeah.
But we got 4. I'm going to do 4 out of the 10 commandments.
Yeah.
So we might do better in the next one. How is that?
Yeah,
all right.
fine.
Commandment number 3 says you shouldn't use God's name in vain. You shouldn't say, oh my G-O-D, J-C, when you're surprised, angry. Do you think you've done that before when...
Definitely, yeah.
So you're guilty of that one?
Yeah.
Okay, now in God's eyes, that's serious because you're blaspheming God's name.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Do the last one. We'll get you out of your misery.
Yeah. So far.
Okay. So far, so good. Carl, we're going to do another commandment, which is commandment number 7. It says you shouldn't commit adultery. That means if you're married, you shouldn't cheat on your spouse.
Never.
That's good. At least you passed that one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But here's the problem. Jesus said, even if you look at another woman and have lustful thoughts in your mind, you've committed adultery with that person in your mind. You don't even have to be married. You could just...
Still never.
Are you married?
No.
You don't look at it...
I'm in love, but I would never look at someone else in a different way.
So this person you're in love with, have you always had this person in your life? All your life since you were 3?
No, since I was 14.
Okay. So before that, would you have ever looked at a person and then
I can tell you who it is as well.
So you've had that lustful thought?
Definitely, yeah.
So you're guilty of that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we failed, Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
All right, me too. I'm no better than you. Let me put that straight. I failed all 10. Now, Kyle, if, God forbid, anything happened to you and you died and you went before God on Judgment Day, and He can see all things you've done in darkness and in secret,
Yeah.
and He judged you by that standard, which is a pretty high standard, would you come out innocent or guilty if He could see everything?
Guilty.
That's honest of you. Thank you. What would God do if He was righteous and holy and perfect? What would He do? Wow. Would that concern you?
In a way, but...
If it's true, it would be big trouble, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? You wouldn't like it.
No. Wouldn't appreciate it whatsoever.
You wouldn't want that.
But I can see where I'd be coming from, because I've done some sins. I can't help it. I'm growing up.
It's kind of in us, isn't it? We sin involuntarily sometimes. We find ourselves doing things we shouldn't be doing. You agree with that?
Yeah.
But a good judge, no matter who he is, if you commit a crime, you have to pay for the fine.
Yeah.
We agree?
Exactly, yeah.
So it's bad news all the way around, isn't it? Okay, Carl, I've got some good news for you. First of all, let me sum it up. You and I are both guilty. We've broken and violated God's laws and standard. And if God gave us justice, we'll end up in His prison He calls hell. But God is also merciful and loving, and He doesn't want to do that to you or to me. This is why 2,000 years ago, you can see the relevance of this now in the Christmas story. 2,000 years ago, God Himself, knowing that you had no hope of making it, entered into humanity Himself, which is in the form of Jesus Christ.
Guide me.
Well, more than that. Guide you is included in this. But what He did, He came down and voluntarily laid down His life and died a horrible death on the cross to pay for the fine that you and I committed.
Sins, yeah.
That's right, because there is a fine, there's a debt to pay. Because you committed a crime, there's a debt to pay. And now, when you appear before God on Judgment Day, because God has paid for your fine, He can let you go free. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does, yeah.
So you're a criminal and I'm a criminal, and if we were to rely on our own goodness, we'd be in trouble. But if we rely on the goodness that God has given us, the gift of life.
As a people. Yeah.
But there is something you've got to do, Carl. So if you don't remember anything from what we said, this is something you need to remember. There are two things you've got to do. First of all, you've got to say sorry to God. That's called repentance. Have you come across this word before?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Okay, so you got to do repentance. Turn away from those things. Number two, which is the most important, and this is the one that makes the difference. You got to put your trust in Jesus and the work that Jesus did on the cross. So you were right. Jesus did come to tell us about the sins of the world, but more so to redeem us from it. He paid for the fine. A transaction took place. That's a legal transaction where God took your fine and He paid for it. Yeah. Kind of like if you're in before a judge.
Yeah, someone comes,
bails you out.
Yeah.
You get it, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, Carl, it all makes sense.
Yeah, it does there, definitely.
Carl, when do you think is the right time to get right with God?
There isn't a right time.
Any time is right?
Yeah. It's as soon as you feel right.
And if, for example, you were in a burning building and somebody said to you, when is the right time for you to come out of that burning building? When would the right time be?
Well, I've already been in a burning building.
Did you hang around or did you come out as soon as you could?
I went in to get the child. There's a child inside, and I went in to get the child.
And you understand the urgency of getting somebody out of fire, because if they stay long enough, they'll die, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the same with sin. If we stay long enough, we will die in our sins and we'll be given justice.
Yeah.
Carl, I hope it made sense.
Yeah.
That's the Christmas message, and that's a very important message.
I appreciate that.
Can I ask you to think about it and get right with God as soon as you can?
Definitely, yeah.
Thank you, Carl. I appreciate it. Now, I got a gift for you, because you've spoken to me, and I appreciate that a lot. And it's got in there a Bible. Have you got a Bible at home?
No.
Well, I'm going to give you a gift of chocolate and various other things, and in there's a small little Bible for you to read. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
Can I ask you to read it, obey what it says?
I will promise. I promise I'll read it.
Thank you, Carl. It's been great talking to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl. Hang in there. I'll be with you in 10 seconds.
no worries.
Hold on to this. Okay, go.
Thank you.